Imagine the most powerful explosion ever recorded in human history. An explosion so massive it could have wiped out an entire city, yet no crater was left behind. The sky lit up, trees were flattened for miles, and witnesses reported a fiery object streaking through the atmosphere. The strangest part? It happened in the middle of nowhere, deep in the Siberian wilderness, and to this day, no one can fully explain what caused it. This is the story of the Tunguska Event, one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in history. In today's video, we're going to unravel the mystery of the Tunguska Event. Was it a comet, an asteroid, or something even more bizarre? Scientists have debated this for over a century, and the answers might surprise you. Stick around as we dive deep into this explosive mystery and explore the possible explanations behind one of Earth's most astonishing events. Chapter 1. The Day the Sky Exploded. It was the early morning of June 30th, 1908. In the remote Siberian taiga, near the Podkamenaya Tunguska River, a cataclysmic event was about to unfold. Witnesses from villages hundreds of kilometers away reported seeing a bright fireball streaking across the sky, followed by a massive explosion. The ground shook, windows shattered, and people were thrown off their feet, even from a distance. For those closer to the epicenter, the devastation was unimaginable. An estimated 2,000 square kilometers of forest, around the size of a major city, were flattened, with over 80 million trees knocked down like matchsticks. The explosion was so powerful, it's estimated to have been between 10 to 15 megatons, roughly 1,000 times the force of the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima. But here's where things get strange. Despite the immense power of the blast, there was no crater. The typical signature of an impact event, like a meteorite or asteroid, was completely absent. What could have caused such an explosion without leaving a trace behind? Chapter 2. Early investigations and speculations. For nearly 2 decades, the remote location of the Tunguska Event meant that no formal investigation took place. The area was so isolated that it wasn't until 1927 that the first scientific expedition, led by Russian scientist Leonid Kulik, finally ventured to the blast site. Kulik and his team expected to find evidence of a meteorite impact, perhaps a massive crater, or pieces of the meteorite itself. But when they arrived, they were shocked to find only a vast area of devastation. Trees were scorched and flattened, radiating outward from a central point, but no crater or solid debris was ever discovered. In fact, the only trees left standing were directly under the epicenter of the explosion, stripped bare of their branches but still upright, a haunting sight in the middle of a sea of destruction. This led to immediate speculation. Was it a meteor that exploded mid-air before hitting the ground? A comet made of ice that vaporized upon impact with Earth's atmosphere? Or something else entirely? The lack of solid evidence opened the door to a range of theories, some scientific, others more out of this world. Chapter 3. Was it a comet or an asteroid? The most widely accepted scientific theory is that the Tunguska Event was caused by a comet or asteroid that entered Earth's atmosphere and exploded mid-air before it could strike the surface. This type of event is known as an airburst. But why would an airburst be so devastating? And why did it leave no crater? Comets are primarily composed of ice, dust, and small rocky material. Unlike asteroids, which are mostly rock and metal, comets can vaporize as they come into contact with the Earth's atmosphere. Some scientists believe that a comet, speeding toward Earth, heated up to extreme temperatures as it passed through the atmosphere, causing it to explode in the sky. This would explain the lack of a crater. The material vaporized before hitting the ground, while the shockwave flattened the forest below. On the other hand, some researchers argue that the event was caused by a stony or metallic asteroid, which also exploded mid-air, creating the same kind of blast. The energy released from such an explosion would have been immense, and the heat could have caused fires and other damage across a wide area. While both theories make sense, neither fully explains the lack of solid meteorite fragments. Despite extensive searches, no significant pieces of a meteor or asteroid have ever been recovered from the Tunguska site, leaving the event shrouded in mystery. Chapter 4. Strange lights and electrical phenomena. One of the most mysterious aspects of the Tunguska event is the number of strange phenomena reported in the days and weeks following the explosion. Witnesses across Europe and Asia reported seeing unusual glowing skies and noctilucent clouds, which are rare high-altitude clouds that shimmer in the night. These glowing clouds were visible from hundreds, even thousands, of kilometers away, and they persisted for several days. There were also reports of unusual electrical disturbances. Magnetic instruments as far away as London registered spikes on the day of the event, leading some scientists to speculate that whatever exploded in Tunguska may have had electromagnetic properties. Could the object have been made of a material that disrupted the Earth's magnetic field? One particularly strange theory theory suggested that the Tunguska explosion was caused by an antimatter meteorite, a piece of antimatter that collided with Earth and annihilated upon contact, releasing a massive amount of energy. While this idea has largely been dismissed by mainstream science, it adds another layer of intrigue to the event. Chapter 5. Alternative Theories, Aliens, Tesla, and Black Holes. The mystery of the Tunguska event has fueled a number of alternative theories, some more far-fetched than others. One of the most popular and controversial is the idea that the explosion was caused by an alien spacecraft. Some UFO enthusiasts believe that the object seen streaking across the sky was not a comet or asteroid at all, but a malfunctioning alien ship that exploded over Siberia. The lack of a crater, they argue, supports this theory, as does the strange light phenomena seen after the explosion. Another fascinating theory involves none other than Nikola Tesla. In 1908, Tesla was experimenting with wireless transmission of electricity using his Wardenclyffe Tower, which he claimed could send energy across vast distances. Some conspiracy theorists believe that Tesla inadvertently caused the Tunguska explosion while testing his technology, although there's no evidence to support this idea. Perhaps the most bizarre theory of all involves the possibility of a tiny black hole passing through the Earth. Some physicists have speculated that a microscopic black hole could have entered the Earth's atmosphere and caused the explosion as it passed through, exiting on the other side of the planet. While this theory remains in the realm of science fiction, it shows just how desperate scientists and researchers have been to explain the Tunguska event. Chapter 6. Modern Science and the Search for Answers. Despite the wild speculation, modern science has made significant progress in understanding the Tunguska event. In 2013, a team of Russian scientists proposed that the explosion was caused by a stony asteroid that measured approximately 60 meters in diameter. Using advanced computer models, they calculated that the asteroid likely exploded at an altitude of 5 to 10 kilometers above the Earth's surface, releasing energy equivalent to 10 to 15 megatons of TNT. This theory fits well with the airburst explanation, and it also helps explain why no fragments have been found. The explosion would have completely vaporized the object before it reached the ground. However, other researchers remain skeptical, pointing out that no conclusive evidence of the asteroid has ever been discovered, even over a century later. The Tunguska event remains one of the greatest mysteries in Earth's history. Scientists continue to study the area, hoping that new technology and modern research techniques will finally solve the puzzle. But for now, the Tunguska explosion remains an enigma, a reminder that even in our scientifically advanced world, there are still phenomena we can't fully explain. The Tunguska event has left us with more questions than answers. Whether it was a comet, an asteroid, or something far stranger, one thing is certain. It was a reminder of just how vulnerable our planet is to cosmic events beyond our control. Had the explosion occurred over a populated area, the devastation would have been unimaginable. What do you think caused the Tunguska event? Could it have been a natural cosmic occurrence, or is there something more mysterious at play? Let me know your theories in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into one of Earth's greatest mysteries, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos just like this. Until next time, keep your eyes on the sky. You never know what might be heading our way.